Christopher Nolan has returned with another massive cinematic event. This time, he's bringing one of history's greatest epics to the big screen with the Odyssey. And after the first screenings, audiences and critics are already sharing their reactions. Some are calling it Nolan's next masterpiece, while others say it's one of the most visually breathtaking films ever made. So today, let's break down the early out-of-theater reactions to the Odyssey and see why everyone is talking about it. The first out-of-theater reactions for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey are finally here, and they paint the picture of a film unlike anything audiences have experienced in recent years. While full reviews are still under embargo, the early reactions coming from critics, journalists, and first audiences have been overwhelmingly positive, with many describing the film as another remarkable achievement from the Academy Award-winning director. One of the most common words appearing in these first reactions is masterpiece. Several viewers have praised Nolan for taking Homer's legendary epic and transforming it into an emotionally powerful cinematic experience without losing the scale and grandeur of the original story. Many believe the film successfully balances intimate character moments with enormous action sequences, creating a journey that feels both personal and spectacular from beginning to end. Perhaps the biggest highlight mentioned by nearly everyone is the film's breathtaking visual presentation. Nolan once again embraces IMAX 70mm photography, and according to early audiences, the results are absolutely stunning. Viewers describe the landscapes as massive, the oceans as both beautiful and terrifying, and every location as feeling completely immersive. Many have even suggested that The Odyssey is one of the best examples yet of why Nolan continues to champion large-format filmmaking, saying the movie deserves to be experienced on the biggest screen possible. The practical effects are receiving just as much praise. Rather than relying heavily on computer-generated imagery, Nolan reportedly uses practical filmmaking techniques whenever possible, giving the film a level of realism that many viewers found genuinely impressive. From enormous ships crossing dangerous waters to terrifying encounters inspired by Greek mythology, audiences say the action feels grounded, intense, and incredibly believable, despite the fantastical elements of the story. The mythological creatures and supernatural moments have also become major talking points. Early viewers describe Nolan's interpretation of these legendary horrors as both unsettling and realistic, making ancient myths feel surprisingly believable. Instead of presenting them as simple fantasy creatures, the film reportedly gives them a physical presence that adds tension and suspense throughout Odysseus's journey. The performances are another aspect receiving widespread praise. The all-star cast has impressed early audiences, with many highlighting the emotional depth brought to the legendary characters. One performance generating particular excitement is Zendaya's portrayal of the goddess Athena. Although many fans had been eagerly waiting to see her role, early reactions suggest she delivers a commanding and memorable performance that leaves a lasting impression whenever she appears on screen. That doesn't mean the film is without criticism. A small number of early viewers have noted that The Odyssey is a lengthy experience and that parts of the middle section can feel slow or slightly clunky. Some believe the film asks for patience as it carefully builds its world and characters. However, even many of those same viewers agree that the final act delivers such a powerful emotional and visual payoff that the slower moments become worthwhile in retrospect. Overall, the early consensus is extremely encouraging. Audiences appear to agree that The Odyssey offers everything fans expect from Christopher Nolan: ambitious storytelling, breathtaking visuals, practical filmmaking, unforgettable set pieces, and thought-provoking themes. More importantly, many believe it successfully brings one of the greatest stories ever written to modern audiences, while still feeling unmistakably like a Christopher Nolan film. Although we'll have to wait for full reviews and wider audience reactions, these first impressions suggest that The Odyssey could become one of the biggest cinematic events of the year. If the general audience responds as positively as these early viewers have, Nolan may once again have another critically acclaimed and commercially successful epic on his hands.